Today's 5th September, which also means that Mukesh Ambani's promise of Jio Fiber is going live. Remember, he promised that at the 42nd AGM. And in fact, Bharti Airtel tried to beat Jio and launch its own extreme innovation products to compete with Jio. That was on Monday, which was a holiday for the markets, but nevertheless, Airtel trying to beat Jio with its early announcement. Hanish, Bhatia, the senior analyst for devices and ecosystems at Counterpoint, is now joining us to talk more about this. We'll also be joined by Anirudh Pandita from Pocket Aces. But if I could come to Hanish first. Hi, Hanish. You know, we've heard so much when it comes to the Jio Gigafiber. We first got a sense of it a couple of years ago. At the 42nd AGM, Mukesh Ambani, of course, made the grand announcement. It's 5th September. As promised, it has been launched. Anirudh Pandita also joining us on the phone line. But Hanish, if I could come to you from the consumer's perspective, we've seen what Jio did for the mobile business, what it did for disrupting the telecom business. Can it do that in this space?
We believe, when Jio initially announced the Gigafiber plans, they initially had a very aggressive plan of adding around 50 million subscribers. So now their target, it looks more realistic. I mean, so far they have given a 20 million figure in next 12 to 18 months. This looks very much scalable considering the existing broadband number of broadband subscribers. So yeah, and on top of that, the kind of services that they are adding, so that will definitely help them differentiate their service as compared to the existing broadband providers. So yes, we are very hopeful and we are looking forward to the launch as well.
Let me go across to someone who creates the content. Anirudh Pandita, the co-founder at Pocket Ace, is joining us on the phone line. Hi, Anirudh. Good evening. Nayantara Rai here. I believe you were connected for a while, so apologies for that. And thank you on behalf of the entire team for being patient and staying connected with us. Anirudh, Gigafiber, do you think it's going to create a disruption? And if it does do that, how are content creators like you lapping up the news? What is it going to mean for someone like, for a company like Pocket Aces, for example?
Hi, Nayantara. Good to be back. I think the announcement is a very positive one, and I think we will see a huge change as the living room really evolves and gets a much faster data pipe attached to it. I've actually, from a consumer point of view, I've actually had the Jio connection for a while here in Bandra, and I've tested it, and it's really good. The customer service is really good. And it really has massive implications for anyone who's doing content or gaming, and we happen to do both. It's really bringing an uninterrupted strong internet connection, which means a lot more consumption of online content. And of course, if you're doing live gaming, you want to really interact and be in an interactive world, this will allow for that. And, you don't have a lot of the problems that you had earlier with the slower internet connections. Those will go away, and I think they're really making a big push to be the beachhead for all these services to be provided to every Indian consumer.
Hanish, while we were talking, I've actually got the press release from Reliance Jio, so I'm going to be reading out a bit from this. What Reliance Industries is saying is that with the Jio Fiber welcome offer, get a TV, 4K set-top box, OTT app subscription, unlimited data and voice video calling. The upcoming Jio Fiber services will include ultra-high-speed broadband up to 1 Gbps, free domestic voice calling, conferencing and international calling, TV video calling and conferencing, entertainment OTT apps, gaming, home networking, device security, and a VR experience. Compare this to what the product officer in charge at Bharti Airtel announced. How do you compare the two?
This has always been, the key selling point for, whenever Jio launches such services. So, the way we look at this is, we believe that Jio is probably, it is weaving a digital thread around Indian consumers. So right now, their first target was mobile phones. And even in mobile phone space, they launched their smart feature phone, trying to add, trying to connect the bottom of the pyramid users, bringing them in the digital ecosystem. So it is not about hardware for them. It is more about adding revenue through services and bringing creating a ecosystem, a digital ecosystem around Indian consumers. Uh, Smartphone, I would say it was a personal device disruption, and Gigafiber, I would say it will be a digital disruption in at the home of Indian consumers. And because it will target different segments, including cable TV, smart home services, video conferencing, gaming,
Hanish,
the
I asked you a
yeah,
very specific question. Anish, my
yeah.
specific question to you was, and I'm asking this on behalf of the viewers, somebody who has to go in and, they look at the price points, they look at what one player is, offering at the moment. You had an offering that came in on Monday from Airtel as well. Look what BSNL is doing. Vodafone Idea still yet to come out with their own. When you look at all of this, what, according to you, would be the obvious choice? You again having free products that are being offered. You're talking about free TVs.
Yeah. So, yeah, as I said, we believe that, other broadband providers, they will also try to match up with what Jio is offering. But, as we saw in the mobile phone space, it will be it will become very competitive for the existing players. And obviously, the USP for Jio will be, the key selling point will be the content offerings and over-the-top services apart from the broadband services.
Anirudh, let me come to you. I'm reading it out again. Upcoming geofiber services. You're going to have gaming. You're going to have a VR experience. We keep hearing about virtual reality. That's going to be the next big thing in entertainment, right? What does this mean for content creators like you? You're suddenly going to see a big player that is coming out with the broadband. It's offering free TVs as well. It's offering to lay the cables, competitive pricing. It's done that in the TV space. Would like a Pocket Ace or your competitors, industry peers, for example, have to rejig their content, come out with new content for all of this?
No, it'll actually just help us and create, the demand that for more of our offerings. So I think for us, it's all about preparing for much bigger and better things. The demand from the consumers is going to explode because now they have a very stable and fast internet at their house. If you ask me, 5 years back, whether someone would be downloading a game like PUBG and playing it, I don't think that, the answer would be no. But today, because of these kind of data services, the demand is just increasing. So the number of shows, the amount of video that's going to get watched, the number of games and the sheer quantity of that is going to be mind-boggling compared to what it is today. And I think Reliance is laying the infrastructure for what becomes the ecosystem for tomorrow. And for people like us, this is just the start, and we'll probably laugh, 3-4 years from now, looking at our numbers now, saying, "Oh, how small these numbers were." So I think from our side, the aim is to get capability up, be close to the consumers, and come out with content that India can relate to and love.
Entertainment OTT apps is going to be part of it as well, Anirudh. Where does India stand when it comes to all of this? And in fact, gaming is, of course, another big business. This is really the future?
Absolutely. I think, once the infrastructure is laid, then you're going to see a lot of great, things come and be built on top of that. So, video is certainly going to see a huge uptick. And that's not only going to be just for Jio, it's going to be for other apps as well. I think you're going to see homegrown apps do better. Already the numbers we're doing on short video, a lot of that is coming through Jio as well. So there's a huge amount of consumption that will improve. Today's entertainment will be for one person, which is you. And I think just having that access to that pipeline will help you get there quickly. And really, it's going to be I think we're very, very.
We lost Anirudh Pandita of Pocket Aces. We're going to reconnect with him. Hanif, what I found also very interesting was that we're suddenly talking about the idiot box, the television, once again, when for the last couple of years, all we're saying is that how the smartphone has revolutionized it. Everything is going to be in your hand. And suddenly now we're talking about how there could be disruption when it comes to the grand old idiot box, which is going to be also given for free to lure customers. Hanif, what do you make of that? Like, what is that about?
Yeah, so in TV space, we have seen in last few years that all of a sudden, there is this smart TV offering, the Android-based smart TVs, which have now penetrated in the among the Indian homes. So yes, I mean, it gives you ubiquitous connectivity with everything, and then on top of that, you get access to all the online streaming content through different apps. So yes, I mean the Android TV or the smart TV space is a hot category even for the smartphone OEMs, and we see a lot of new players who are now offering new brands which are now offering their smart TVs or through lean inventory online channels on at a very discounted prices. So yeah, interesting space.
Now get your views as far as the rental plans go. Allow me, I'm just opening the press release. Like I said, while we were live with you, the press release had come from Reliance Jio. So what they have actually said is, and I'm going to take you through the pricing, the monthly plan. Jio Fiber plan rental starts at $699 and will go up to $8,499. Let me read that. The monthly plan will be from $699 to $8,499. The lowest tariff is going to begin with 100 Mbps speed. You can get speeds of up to 1 Gbps. You can get, most tariff plans will come access to all services which have been defined. And the Jio is pricing the plans at less than 1/10 the global rates. That's what Jio is claiming. Right claim?
Yep. So this is, I mean, Jio, even in mobile phones, they have sort of set a benchmark for the global telecom industry. The data rates are actually, cheapest if we compare with the global markets. So yeah, I mean, their target is to do the same, achieve the same for the television market in India.
For the welcome offer, it's offering a Jio Home Gateway, Jio 4K setup top box, television set only in the Gold plan, subscriptions to your favorite OTT plans, and unlimited voice and data. Unlimited voice and data, you're talking also about video conferencing. With this, is Jio also going after the corporate business? I would certainly imagine so. It's also going to go into co-living. It's going to look at the corporate business, like I said.
Yep, and just to add to all those data pointers, I think they have also made some announcement with regards to the first day, first show of the new movies. I think they plan to push it out in mid 2020. So yes, that will be another addition to the list of things that you have mentioned that they'll be offering. So yes, I mean all these plans they look wonderful, and the Jio definitely has made all the investments to scale their offering at such a huge level in such a diverse country like India. They recently made some investments in the MSO space, and so they have the backend delivery network as well, and they already have a digital the production arm. So yeah, I mean all these are pieces of the puzzle. If you add, so you can figure it out that they are looking at creating a larger ecosystem for the digital content delivery. So yes, I mean considering their plans and the kind of investment, the kind of assets or the technology they have, they are the right.
For all of this to be a success, the speed and for all of this to be a success, the speed will of course need to be an important role that it's going to play, as well as, of course, the penetration, the laying of the fiber, and all of that. We just had Anirudh talking about how in the city of Mumbai, he's been able to get good speed. Jio today in its press release and its launch offer is promising 1 Gbps. Have you tested? Is it actually that much?
So I haven't got the chance to actually test it, but see, I would say, the way I look at it is, If you look at if we go back 5 years, who would have thought that we'll be streaming content over our smartphones on the 4G network. So I mean, it is all about the kind of data we are consuming today. It would have been crazy to think about that 5 years ago. So when you add more and more services, like for example, they are talking about the video conferencing services or the AR, XR services that they'll be adding on top of that. So if you look at all these services, the speed or the connectivity you are talking about, this it will act as a backbone for as an enabler for all these services. So the kind of speed they are offering, or they target, it is like essential for all these services going forward.
Intrigued by this. I was very intrigued that what Jio is going to be selling for 8,500 bucks a month. I was really very intrigued, and now I've got the offer. So their titanium is priced at 8,499, where you get unlimited 5,000, and then it says up to 5,000 GB of data. 5,000 GB of data. The the price cheaper than that is actually 3,999, which can go up to 2,500 GB. 5,000 GB of data, 2,500 GB of data. What kind of customers are we talking about here?
So, I mean, frankly, I haven't had the. I think they haven't announced the details of the plans, but I think it is. They are not only targeting consumers, the consumer space, but they are also targeting the enterprise space, the small and medium scale enterprises. So, considering them, I think these plans should be targeted at more at the commercial side of things.
Let you go with that and come back soon on ET Now once you see all the plans. Like I said, it actually all just came out while you were connected on Skype to be with us. Good timing there, ladies and gentlemen. So we've been able to discuss the plans at detail for you. So right now, Reliance Jio promising you everything that you can possibly do with the television set. A set that you will get for free if you buy the GigaFiber. You can link it up to a whole host of devices. Virtual reality, gaming, OTT, entertainment OTT, video conferencing, all of that being promised by Rel Jio up to a speed of 1 Gbps. And Anirudh Pandita saying in Mumbai, it did turn out to be successful. The highest plan for 8,500 bucks, 5,000 GB a month. I'm still grappling with that, but I guess it's good news for corporates. A lot of saving that could come in for corporates. Raising the ante over there. It'll be interesting to see how the incumbents, especially Bharti Airtel, responds.